Let's be honest. Life is weird, like really weird. You pop into existence one random day, cry for milk, grow up doing random things like collecting Pokemon cards or pretending the floor is lava, and before you even realize what's going on, you're an adult, paying bills and saying things like, let's circle back on that. What happened? Where did all that time go? It's like someone clicked fast forward and forgot to hit pause. But don't worry. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to break down this entire mess called life, from birth to death, and maybe, just maybe, make some sense of it. So sit back, breathe, and let's take a walk through this wild, confusing, beautiful movie we're all acting in, called Life. Chapter 1. Childhood, the golden age of zero responsibilities and maximum chaos. You're basically a potato with emotions. You scream, sleep, and somehow everyone finds you adorable for doing absolutely nothing. Then, as you grow a bit, you discover the joy of running around aimlessly, laughing at nonsense, and asking why 742 times a day. You're curious about everything: ants, stars, clouds, that weird looking uncle. Everything fascinates you. Life feels magical because, in a way, it is. You're seeing the world with unfiltered eyes. No fear, no pressure, just pure existence. You don't care about how you look or what people think. You just exist, freely. That's childhood. The one stage we spend the rest of our lives trying to get back to. Chapter 2. Teenage years, also known as the emotional roller coaster nobody asked for. Suddenly, you realize people have opinions, and worse, you start caring about them. You go from, I'll be an astronaut, to, I hope this zit disappears before Monday. Your brain turns into a blender of hormones, anxiety, and existential dread. You start searching for identity. Who am I? What's my purpose? Why did my crush leave me unseen? You develop deep philosophies at 2 a.m. like, maybe life is just a dream, and then forget them by breakfast. You think your parents don't understand you, but honestly, even you don't understand you. Still, this phase teaches you something vital: the art of pretending everything's fine when it's absolutely not. It's the first crash course in adulting. Then comes the terrifying. Chapter 3. Early adulthood, the welcome to real life stage. You graduate, and suddenly everyone expects you to know what you're doing. Spoiler alert, no one knows what they're doing, not even the people who look like they do. You start chasing jobs, money, validation, relationships, hoping one of these will make you feel like you've made it. You scroll through social media and see everyone traveling, buying cars, starting startups, getting engaged, while you're just trying to figure out what to eat for dinner. You feel behind, lost, and pressured. Society tells you success means stability, but your heart whispers that success means peace. And that conflict, that's what makes this stage so damn confusing. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Your 20s are not about having it all figured out. They're about trying, failing, laughing, crying, learning, and growing. You'll lose friends, you'll lose dreams, but you'll also gain something deeper: self-awareness. You'll start realizing that life isn't a race, it's a hike. Some paths are easy, some are uphill, but everyone's pace is different. And if you just keep walking, you'll reach your own version of beautiful views. The mistake most people make is thinking they're late. You're not late, you're just alive. By the time you reach your 30s, something changes. You stop caring about being cool and start caring about being calm. You trade Saturday night parties for Sunday morning peace. You start realizing that success isn't always money. Sometimes it's just sleeping without anxiety. You also begin to see how short time really is. Remember when a year felt forever as a kid? Now it feels like 3 weeks, and a bad haircut later, it's December again. You start thinking about stability, family, legacy, things that once bored you. You realize your parents were just humans, trying their best. And slowly, a new kind of wisdom begins to form. The wisdom that life isn't about controlling everything, but learning to dance with uncertainty. And oh, the midlife phase. Around your 40s or 50s, you wake up one day and go, wait, this is it? You've worked, achieved, failed, survived, and now you're staring at the ceiling, wondering what all that running was for. You realize that half your life went in proving things to people who probably weren't even paying attention. This is where many people hit what's called a midlife crisis. But in truth, it's not a crisis. It's a wake-up call. You start searching again, not for validation, but for meaning. You pick up hobbies you abandoned. You start valuing peace over noise, depth over drama, silence over arguments. Life starts becoming less about more and more about enough. That's when you realize happiness was never in the things you chased. It was always in the moments you ignored. Then comes the later phase of life, the reflective one. The noise quiets down. The ambition slows. The mirror shows time's artwork on your face. And for the first time, you start seeing. You start appreciating small things. A cup of tea, a sunset, the sound of rain, an old song. You understand that the moments you once rushed through were the real treasures. You look at young people stressing about everything and wish you could tell them, relax. None of this will matter the way you think it does. Because now you know, life is not a problem to be solved. It's a mystery to be lived. And eventually you reach the final chapter, the one we don't talk about much, the end. Death. It sounds dark, but it's not. It's just part of the deal. The funny thing is, most of us live like we'll never die, and that's why we forget to truly live. Death gives life meaning. It reminds you that this game isn't infinite, that every moment, every person, every experiencing is a limited edition. You won't be here forever, and that's exactly why you should be here now. That's the secret no one tells you. You don't need a million followers, a fancy car, or the perfect life. You just need awareness that this moment right now is precious. When you zoom out, life is kind of like a movie. You don't remember every scene, only the moments that made you feel. The laughter, the heartbreaks, the victories, the failures, they're all part of your story. Like any great movie, it doesn't matter how long it is. What matters is if it meant something. So stop trying to have a perfect life. Nobody does. Not your favorite influencer, not your boss, not even that peaceful monk on YouTube. Everyone's struggling with something. The goal isn't to remove struggle. It's to live gracefully through it. You see, when we're born, we cry while everyone else smiles. And if you live well, by the time you leave, you'll be the one smiling while everyone else cries. That's a good life. Not a perfect one. Not a rich one. Just a real one. So laugh more. Forgive faster. Say thank you more often. Hug your parents. Call that friend. Watch the sunset. Listen to music that makes you feel alive. Stop waiting for the perfect day. Every day is the perfect day when you decide to show up for it. Because one day, all the noise will fade. The deadlines, the fights, the plans, the some days, they'll all disappear. And the only thing left will be the feeling of how deeply you lived, how kindly you loved, and how freely you gave. And maybe that's what life really is. Not the years you spend, but the moments you notice. Not the breaths you take, but the ones that take your breath away. Not the answers you find, but the questions that keep you curious. Because in the end, life isn't meant to be explained, it's meant to be felt. And hey, if you enjoyed this one, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because the next video is even better.